We're here live at the Ohio Swiss Festival in Sugarcreek, Ohio. On display here is Age of Steam Roundhouse's Switcher steam locomotive number 12, Morehead and North Fork steam locomotive. This is an Alco built by Alco in Pittsburgh in September 1905. There was also, as I'm concerned, an Alco Schenectady, New York, as well as an Alco company in Richmond, Virginia. So right here we're looking at the smoke box of the steam locomotive. This is the front of the boiler. Your smoke box is at. This is your automatic lubricator. You have your drive rods here. This is classified as an 060 as there are no trailing wheels in the front. There are 6 driving wheels but no trailing wheels underneath the cab. And your steam dome, you'll have a sand dome as well to supply sand to the wheels. The air compressor's on the other side. And they had the cab open up for a visitor, so I'm going to take you guys up here to look inside. This is the coal bin where all the coal is typically stored. These are the firebox doors. It's powered by air. Back then, firebox doors were hand open. That is your independent brake. Excuse me, that's the independent brake. This is the brake for the train. You have the whistle up on top. That's your throttle. And then over here is the reverser. You have your cutoff valve in case you're connected to another train. You have 2 water glasses up here in the cab. That's the pedal that powers the firebox doors. This is your pressure gauge, tells you how much pressure is in the boiler. This is one of the water injectors on the steam locomotive. Here's the top of the cab where you have vents in case it's a little bit hot and you want enough steam to escape, so that way it doesn't get too hot in the cab. It tells you how much pressure is in your boiler. This holds about 165 pounds. And I believe these are fusible plugs. That is a latch where you can shake the ashes over near the ash pan on the other side of the engine. If you look a little bit lower underneath the firebox. So now that you've seen all of that, I'll take you over to see the caboose. Of course, this is the tender. All the coal is stored up in this compartment. Water stored up here in the tender. This is a coupling. Before there were knuckle couplers, there were pin couplers. Knuckle couplers made it much safer and efficient. That's your air hose. George Westinghouse invented an air brake system which made travel much safer. The train brake, as I pointed out up in the cab, powers all the brakes on the train using this air hose. There's an air compressor on the other side of the steam locomotive, which I'll show you in a little bit. But that takes the air which is pumped through this tube and activates all the brakes on the cars on the train, as well as the locomotive. And as you can see here is what's called a brake pad. This is a journal box. Has to be oiled every so often, otherwise you get what's called a hot box, or pretty much a journal box fire. This is a Wheeling and Lake Erie Caboose, number 0222. These are called marker flags on the back end to tell them that this is the back of the train. There's the top of the cupola in case people wanted to see the top of the train. To monitor to make sure the train was working properly and that no hot boxes were detected. Of course, we're on the other half side of number 12. Here's your air reservoir, holds all the air inside. Here's the air compressor. Westinghouse Air Brake Company made air compressors as well as air horns and mechanical bells. And then this is the whistle on top of the locomotive. That is a Southern Railway Princeton Valve 3-chime whistle. And that's the air compressor that contacts all the brakes on the train. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel, Steampunk 1993 Productions, and I'll catch you later. Tower 93 out.